everyone, welcome to Gender Perspectives on Signature TV. I am Uchenna Chimdi Oluoha and I am delighted to have you with me today. We're in for a treat with quite an interesting topic I'm sure you can relate to, as well as an enlightening interaction with our amazing guest for your viewing pleasure. I can't wait to share this with you. We'll take a short break now, and when we return, we'll get right into it.
Every second, every minute, every day, news is breaking, events occur, and there are new developments. At Signature TV, we follow these stories objectively, bringing all sides without bias, explaining the complex issues, breaking down the numbers, and investigating the issues behind the news. Anywhere and everywhere, near or far, wherever the news is, we will be there. Signature TV. News in your pocket.
Welcome back. You are watching Gender Perspectives on Signature TV. Our discussion today, we shall be looking at body positivity. Now, body positivity refers to the assertion that all people deserve a positive body image regardless of how society and popular culture view ideal shape, size, and appearance. It involves loving your body and feeling good about how it looks. While body positivity has become increasingly popular, people are often confused about exactly what it means. Let's get more insight into it.
Body positivity is a social and political movement that challenges traditional beauty standards and promotes the acceptance of all bodies, regardless of size, shape, ability, gender, or race. It encourages individuals to love and appreciate their bodies as they are, rather than striving for unrealistic ideals of beauty. The roots of body positivity can be traced back to several earlier social movements such as fat acceptance movement, which challenged the medicalization of fatness and advocated for the rights and dignity of larger-bodied individuals. It emphasized that health is not solely determined by weight and that people of all sizes can be healthy. Disability rights movement, which highlighted the importance of self-acceptance and embracing diverse bodies, including those with disabilities. It promoted the idea that all bodies are valuable, regardless of their abilities. Feminist movement, which challenged traditional gender roles and beauty standards, which often placed unrealistic expectations on women's bodies. It explored how these standards can negatively impact women's self-esteem and mental health. Key principles of body positivity. All bodies are good bodies. This principle emphasizes that every body is worthy of love and respect, regardless of its size, shape, or appearance. Health at every size. This principle recognizes that health is not solely determined by weight or body size, and that people of all sizes can be healthy. Challenging traditional beauty standards. The body positivity movement challenges the narrow and often unattainable beauty standards that are often portrayed in the media and popular culture. It promotes diverse representation and challenges the idea that there is only one ideal body type. Body autonomy. This principle emphasizes that individuals have the right to make choices about their own bodies, without judgment or pressure from others. Self-acceptance. Body positivity encourages individuals to accept and appreciate their bodies as they are, rather than striving for unrealistic ideals of beauty. It promotes self-compassion and a focus on self-care. Impact of body positivity. Improved mental health. Studies have shown that body positivity can improve individuals' mental health by reducing body dissatisfaction and increasing self-esteem. Reduced risk of eating disorders. Body positivity can help to reduce the risk of eating disorders by promoting healthy relationships with food and bodies. Increased self-confidence. Embracing body positivity can help individuals feel more confident in themselves and their abilities. Challenging discrimination. The body positivity movement challenges discrimination based on appearance and promotes a more inclusive and accepting society. In conclusion, the body positivity movement is a significant social and cultural phenomenon with the potential to transform how individuals perceive and relate to their bodies. By addressing the challenges and promoting a nuanced understanding of body positivity, we can create a more inclusive and accepting society where everyone feels valued and respected, regardless of their size, shape, or appearance.
That was very insightful and educative. Body positivity is not just about challenging how society views people based on their physical size and shape, however. It also recognizes that judgments are often made based on a person's race, gender, sexuality, and disability. Now, to further understand body positivity and how it affects both men and women, we have in the studio to drive this conversation a teen coach, Ifeoma Nwatu. We also, we're supposed to have Mr. David to join her in this conversation. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it due to an emergency. But next week, we're going to have a man and a woman to discuss in the studio. You're welcome to Signature TV studio, Mrs. Ifeoma. Hello.
Thank you.
Yes, so let's talk about body positivity. What does body positivity mean to you personally?
Okay, to me, body positivity is simply embracing who you are, embracing your body, let's say your physical appearance, irrespective of whether you're short, you're tall, your height, your shape, your size. Just self-acceptance of how God created you, how your body is being made from creation. So to me, body positivity is just embracing who you are and how you are made.
Okay. Do you think the concept of body positivity is different for men and women? And if so, just tell us how.
To an extent, I think yes.
Okay.
There's this picture that people have in mind that this is how a man should look like. And there's this picture of this is how a woman should look like. So that's why most of the times you see there's a way a man will appear, say, you look like a woman, especially when you see a little baby being backed and maybe there's no sign, no hair, that the hair is made or the person is putting on an earring, and people are like, hey, this baby is looking so fine. They may even say, fine girl, and the mother is like, no, he's a boy.
Yeah.
So, why is he so beautiful as if he's a girl? So I think body positivity differs, how people see it differs. So that's why some people will not really embrace who they are because there's this picture already in their mind of how they should look. So I think it differs.
Okay, but I just want to understand, like I said, the concept of body positivity for both men and women. So I want to understand, like, how does it affect the two genders specifically?
Okay, I think it affects the woman more.
Okay.
Like I said earlier, there's a picture people already have in mind that a woman should look like. Most of the times we expect that a lady should, most of the times, be fair, have these curves, a bit, have this kind of at least average height,
yes,
and all of that. So, but for the men, we expect them to have muscles, have their six-pack, be macho, and all of that. So I think,
okay,
that's it.
Yes, of course. So I want to get a bit personal now.
Okay.
Can you share a time when you struggled with body image? That is, if you have. Just tell us.
People have different concepts about body image and the challenges they go through.
Yeah.
Personally, I grew up and I found out that I have what they call knock knees, K-leg.
Okay.
Yes. And it affected my self-esteem growing up as a young girl. When you come to school and they're like, see your legs, you're not supposed to wear short skirts, all those kind of negative words. So I was so conscious of myself most of the times, especially when I'm walking on the road and people are looking at me. I feel like they're looking at my legs and all of that. So, but at a point, I I started talking to my parents. I started talking to people about it, and I understood it's like it's something I cannot actually change. It have come to be, and it's not my fault.
Of course.
And since it's not my fault, I have to accept it and live with it. So what do? I have to build my self-confidence. I accepted myself the way I am, and I knew that the K-leg is not just, it's just a part of my body, not all of me. So I decided to love the good part of me, even the legs, because I know that even with the K-leg, my legs are very fine, like very fresh, very smooth, and all of that. So I decided to love the positive part of me and leave out the negative. So again, if you look at me, you see that my dental arrangement here, my teeth comes forward. So but when I observed that, I equally observed that I was not only the person having it in my family. I have my siblings, though not all of them, my cousins as well, my uncles. So I now saw it like maybe it's genetic or it's hereditary, it's our family identity. So I knew that some of my family members that wanted to like go do some things, and then I asked myself, which and which do I? That means all of them have to go. So I have to embrace it. I have to live with it, because even when people were trying to make mockery of it and somehow, but at a point, when I said developing myself, building my inner self, now it's not about my physical body. To a very good extent, as a growing up young girl, I was intelligent in school. So the only thing is that people at a point when I focused on my abilities, that side died down. So people don't even refer to me as the girl with the K-leg. They refer to me as Ifeoma, the intelligent girl. And I was, as a young girl, even up to now, I'm very bold and expressive, that if you see me when, except like I'm sitting down, is when I stand up that you will know, something is wrong with her legs. I walk with this confidence. So I had that challenge while growing up, but I have to embrace it.
Wow, that's quite an interesting story. I hope people are learning from this, honestly. Okay, so now we've looked at how you struggled. Can you tell us a time when you felt particularly positive about your body, or a part of you felt particularly good about?
That should be after my higher institution. I went for youth service. So I served in a military hospital. So one day, a copper, she's a copper too, walked up to me and said, "Do you know that my boyfriend likes your legs so much? And he's a military man." I said, "Are you serious?" She said the other day they were in the office and they were discussing, they were talking about that girl that has this curve. Because the thing is that the K-leg, I have K-leg, but I have hips. So it's like the K-leg enhanced the shape of my hips. So most of the times when people look at me, they just see it. So she was like, they were just talking about it. They say, out of all the coppers in this place, this girl, your shape, when you wear, they said you were going to church and the gown you wore. So at that point, though before I was confident about it, but I think that was the turning point for me.
Yes, I'm sure that made you feel so good.
So good, like those days I have to be very selective about what I wear to work, so that it's just what they will see. So it's not like I was planning to, I was so proud or trying to be pompous or about it, but it made me feel good, like, so actually somebody likes me the way I am, and they are actually talking about it. So I think that was the turning point for me.
And I'm sure since that day I've been
my
no time for wow, I mean, that's quite interesting.
Yes.
Now we know that there are several factors that influence how people see themselves and perceive their body image. So let's talk about that. What do you think are those influences?
Let's start from family.
Okay.
We've seen families whereby somebody is somehow looking different from the siblings, and parents are like, we don't know, the shape of our family head is not like this.
Yes.
We have peers, let's say in secondary schools, that's where you see people nickname people because of
A
the-
particular
a particular thing in their body. Calling somebody, your head is like mango, your head is like beans, shape of beans, your eye is like apple, and all
Yes.
of that. So I think that's another one. I also think environment where you find yourself. I won't mention the name, but there's a place I know that before they employ you, you have to have this particular body shape, complexion, and height.
Really?
Yeah. Even in the religious organizations, there are some departments you cannot function in because of the way you look. So these are the factors that make people feel the way they feel about their body, especially negatively.
Yeah.
You know, you feel like, I desire to be here, but because I am short, or because I am too big, or because I'm dark, I can't be part of these people. So I think these are few.
Let's look at social media, because that is one very
Yes,
one
social media
exactly.
too. I forgot to mention
exactly. So
that.
let's talk about, because it's a very important part of this thing.
Social media. I think that's the chairman, the president of them all, because when you come on social media, is unfortunate that a lot of people don't understand that life on social media is different from what life itself
Yes,
is in the
in
real sense of
reality.
life. So you see people come on social media, turn on
Their camera.
their
Yes.
ring lights, use filters and all of that, and post their pictures, and you're looking at yourself like,
Yes.
these people are so beautiful, these people are this, and I'm not like that. And again, you see when somebody will willingly and happily post a picture of yourself on social media, they will sit down, zoom your eye, your ear, your
Yes.
legs, your hands, and start analyzing. This is supposed to be like this, the shape of your nose is meant to be like that. So
Yeah.
I think social media have done more harm than every other aspect.
But don't you think there are areas social media has contributed to positively help people feel good
The
about themselves?
percentage of the contribution of social media to help people feel good about their body is smaller than the way it contributed to how people feel about their body negatively. You just feel people that are, let me say, advocating for body positivity. You just feel people that support it. Because when you go to social media, you see that when they are body shaming people, it's few that will come up and stand against it. But I
Yes.
thank God that there's awareness now that these things are not right. It's
Yeah.
part of the cyberbullying we talk about.
Of course, that is true. That is very true. Have you ever felt pressure to conform to a certain beauty standard? Like, because like you said, social media, when you see the way people dress, you see how this person looks, and then you start to feel like, maybe I should do this, or maybe I should do that, you know. So let's talk about that. Have you ever felt?
Personally, no.
Okay.
No, I haven't.
But generally, people
do that a lot.
And what pressures do you think people conform to when it comes to these things?
Most of the times, I'm sorry, it's always my gender
Yes.
that does that. You see the bust enlargement, the hip enlargement, the boot enlargement, and all of that.
Yes.
I think that's majorly where people want to conform to. And again, complexion. A whole lot of ladies now want to be fair. In fact, very soon we may not even be having dark babies. You can imagine that on social media, the places like Facebook, Instagram, they have groups and pages for chubby babies' mommies, fair baby mommies.
Group chats?
Yes, where
Wow.
they talk about the skincare for your baby, to make the baby fair, to make the baby chubby. It's not looking as if a baby is not fair and chubby, that baby is unhealthy. So I think complexion too, because that's why we have a whole lot of skincare brands, organic care brands, because everybody wants their skin to be skinning in the social media language.
Okay, we'll go on a short break right now, and when we come back, the conversation continues. Stay with us. Thank you for staying with us. This is still Gender Perspectives, and we are having a conversation on body positivity with Ifeoma Nwatu, a teen coach. So let's continue our conversation.
Okay.
Right. So some people argue that body positivity promotes unhealthy lifestyles. What's your response to that?
I think to an extent, it's not really correct saying body positivity promotes unhealthy lifestyle. If you embrace your body the way it is, all you need to do is to do a self-care that you maintain a healthy lifestyle. I think the people who actually go into unhealthy lifestyles because of their body are those who don't embrace how they are or how they look, except in cases of let's say a particular body structure, so to say, is unhealthy, like obesity.
Okay.
Like obesity, I don't expect somebody who is obese to say, I love the way I am. I don't know if you're getting it.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's a defect.
Okay.
Maybe an eye defect that you know that on the long run is going to affect you, or maybe your legs or whatever. I think, except that, I don't think it promotes unhealthy.
You know, when we look at this unhealthy lifestyle, you know, some people misunderstand the concept of body positivity, in the sense that maybe they feel like, oh, I love my body, and they don't care about it actually. You know, you see, like you said, an obese person can say, oh, they said I should be body positive. I like myself the way I am. If anybody that doesn't like me should exactly. And they just eat whatever, do whatever, and they take it as is body positivity. So that's what I want to get your response on. What do you have to say about those kind of people?
I think those kind of people need reorientation of what actually body positivity is, because if you accept yourself the way you are and is already not good for you and not healthy for you, you're doing more harm to yourself than good. So I think those people need a reorientation of what exactly body positivity is. Like I mentioned earlier, the case of obesity.
Yes.
Like somebody who is obese will not say, I like myself the way I am, it's not anybody's business. And you eat anything, drink anything. I've seen people too who are, let's say, somebody who used to be very dark, and people are like, you're too dark, oh, maybe you should do something to it. You get to tone and let your skin glow.
Yes. And
the person is like, I like the way I am. And you see that the person is not even taking care of his or her skin. And that's why people will term the person like, this girl is dirty. I don't know if you're getting it. I say this person is dirty. So I think to an extent, if you're accepting any body positivity, you should as well pay attention to it and see if are you really taking care of yourself. You don't just say, I love the way I am, and at the end of the day, you will cause yourself harm for being the way you are.
All right. Let's look at how this affects men, right? We have these societal expectations of masculinity, and in as much as body positivity is often all about women, 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 but I know that men also experience some issues around body image. So can you just talk about the challenges that men face regarding their bodies and body image?
Okay, like I said, it's like it's already structured that a man should be this way, a woman should be this way. Recently, I saw a young boy who's looking so plumpy. Like, if you look from him, if you look at him from behind, you would think he's a girl. With the hips, the way he's walking, and all of that. So what actually happened in that case is that his classmates were calling him Bobrisky. So the mom have to bring him to the school to ask them why. So when those boys were called, they were like, he's looking like a girl and all of that. Then in this case now, it's not like he's obese, he's just a chubby child. And he's fair too. So these are some of the challenges some men go through also as men. And I think they should just embrace it and know that this is the way I am created, this is the way I am made. Except in a case where I say is a health issue, or is a defect, like is something that will cause you harm. But if it's something that will not cause you harm, there's no need. You see some men going to the gym to just because they just want to get the six-pack, get that macho, get broad shoulders and all of that. And at the end of the day, you may, I'm not trying to say that doing those things are bad, but at the end of the day, you may cause yourself problem because you may have body pains, joints, muscle tears, and all of that. So accept the way yourself, the way you are. You are a man, you are a man. It's not your body that makes you the man. I don't know if you're getting it. So men actually have these challenges. Another thing I have noticed about men is, personally, I have a friend that says she doesn't like fair men, that a man shouldn't be fair.
Interesting.
Yes. And I'm like, why? I said, why will a man be fair? And I've seen men who even take care of their skin more than women, buy all manner of skincare products, you know, paid so much attention to their body, sit down. Like, I'm not saying a man should not take care of himself, but I don't think all those things are actually necessary. Because personally, I don't like when I see a man, you see dark knuckles and all of that. Why? What for?
These are the issues. Oh my God. Okay, so how do you think the pressure to be perfect when it comes to your body affects self-esteem and mental health?
It affects self-esteem. It does. Because personally, like I shared the story before now, then I was feeling so bad. And if not that I had people, like say a supportive environment, I would have gone into depression. And it will equally affect my mental health. So the pressure to enhance body, or so to say, affects people's self-esteem in so many ways. Like I gave an example earlier, you want to belong to a group and they say you don't meet up the standard because there's an already set standard that this is how you should be and this is how you should look. So some persons who have not built their confidence and self-esteem will succumb, and you see them living unhealthy lifestyle, doing things they are not meant to do to meet up to that standard. And some will just fall into depression. It will affect their mental health. You see them, they are keeping to themselves, they are isolated, there are some places they don't want to go to, there are some people they don't want to be around, because once they are around these persons, they talk down on them. So I always tell people to detach yourself from any environment that will affect your mental health.
you work with teenagers a lot. And I know that teenagers are, quite vulnerable. And because they are growing and they are, still maturing and entering puberty,
Yes.
they'll have a lot of body image issues. So just share your experience with us as to, these, the different issues teenagers face when it comes to
I've
body image.
seen from height to complexion to all manner of it, all manner. Recently, a teenager said she doesn't want to go to school because her peers or her classmates said she's too short and she's too fat, and she cries home almost every day. It's not like before then the mom have gone to address that issue in school,
Okay.
but because she feels she doesn't fit in, she doesn't look like other young girls, she cries. Even when they have a function and you're telling her, okay, you're going to she says she doesn't want to go. She just wants to keep to herself. Even for the guys, say, I'm not tall, I don't have broad shoulders, they said I did like this, I did like that, my legs are this. Okay, I have this teenager that his own case was at birth. At the point the mom was giving birth to him, I don't know what happened, but I think they were trying to pull him and something happened, they affected one of his legs, which so far the parents have done the little they could to see if it will be fixed. So it makes him feel, he almost went into depression when he went into a new school, and they were like, you're tall, but this your leg. I think they even gave him a name.
Oh.
So he was feeling so bad, almost fell into depression. But I told him, I said, it doesn't define who you are. There's something in you that is more than the leg. So look at yourself and ask yourself, what can I do better? Where is that area I have my strength? And I told him, once you start doing these things, nobody will remember that you have a bad leg. And he's very good in drawing. So he started making use of, he started drawing his legs. Like he would do a sketch that looks like an X-ray, what an X-ray film of his legs looks like. The day he will wear a short, he will take a picture with his phone and use pencil and paper and draw it and bring it to school. So at a point, because they have seen how creative he is, they start bringing things to him. Help us draw this thing, help us draw this person. They will now stand and say, please, can you, the way I am now, can you just use your pencil? So I've seen teenagers go through these challenges, but I will always encourage them. I was always encourage them to accept themselves the way they are, except in cases that could be helped, like maybe through surgery, or something that, okay, this is a mistake somehow that can be corrected. If it's something that can be corrected, it's fine. But if it's something that cannot be corrected, you just leave it with. That is just a part of your body and not all of you. And it's just a part of your life and not your life itself. So you are more than that.
Aside from the words of encouragement and the advice, are there other forms of like orientation to help them feel better about themselves, particularly those that have, some sort of, because sometimes, it's not everybody that you can talk to and they just all of a sudden start to feel good. So are there other things that you do to...
making somebody come out of that pressures or effect, so to say, is not an automatic thing. It's something that the person will have to do and get used to over time. Coming to anybody, both teenagers or adults and all of that, what I encourage is, apart from the encouraging them and telling them to discover something else that is unique about them, I also tell them to do what I call words of affirmation.
Okay.
Look at yourself and tell yourself, I am beautiful, I am handsome, I am more than this. I don't know if you're getting
Yes,
it. I am
of
more than
course.
this. This is not what defines me. What defines me is what is inside of me, what I can give to my society, what I represent, not just my physical body. This is one of the things. And I also encourage them to stay away from environment that doesn't encourage them. Stay away from people that feels negative about them, because once you're in an environment that talks down on you, people, like they always say, go to where you're celebrated and where you're tolerated. So I tell them to stay away from environment that talks down on you. And again, resist anybody. Don't allow anybody to disrespect you, because that's another thing. Don't
Yes.
tolerate any form of disrespect. In fact, there's a word that I say, don't normalize people disrespecting you, because when you normalize it, they keep doing it.
Of course.
They
that
keep
is
doing
true.
it. So shun every negative word or utterance being thrown at you, because once you accept it, it keeps
It becomes a
repeating.
norm.
It becomes a norm. So don't normalize people disrespecting you.
So, beyond self-acceptance, how can we promote body positivity on a larger scale in our communities, in our schools, workplaces, and every other place? How can we promote and create this awareness for body positivity?
Sensitization. We can go to school, talk to young people, and I think also those in the medical profession should also be part of this. Those in the medical profession should also be part of it, because some people who don't accept who they are or how they are, most of the times will feel is a problem. But I think if there's somebody in the medical profession that can tell you, oh, the way your hand is doesn't change anything. Some people are created like that. Okay, myself as an example, there was a time I had a knee problem, and a whole lot of things were happening to me. So it was a doctor that told me about a diagnosis of how my body works. And he told me, said, if not that I'm in Nigeria, if I'm in the Western world, this is what I should be doing. So it's not like it's a deficiency, but I understood that some people are born to be like that.
Yes.
So when I asked him, I said, is there anything I can do? He said, it's just medications. Don't do this, don't do that, don't do so it doesn't get worse. But this is just the way your body has been structured to be. So I think to promote this is one of the things we are doing at the moment.
Yes, of
the
course.
media, using our social media handles, the religious organizations, the cultural organizations, the school owners. If there's a case like in schools, if there's a case of bullying somebody because of their body, the person should be punished. We should teach people love and kindness, because if you are not kind, I think it's an act of unkindness for you to mock somebody or make mockery or jest of somebody's body structure. So we should also do that. That's one of the ways to promote body
Okay,
positivity.
thank you so much, Ifeoma. We appreciate you for coming to share your views on this issue. Thank you once more for your time.
You're welcome.
We'll go on a brief break. I'll be back in a moment. One of the goals of body positivity is to help people understand how the media contributes to people's relationship with their bodies, including how they feel about food, exercise, clothing, health, identity, and self-care. By better understanding the effects these influences have, the hope is that people can develop a healthier and more realistic relationship. Several people have distinct opinions about body positivity and what it entails. Let's hear those opinions.
Body positivity is talking about how people should be comfortable and confident in their body, regardless of their body shape and their body type. So one major view is social media. Like, let me give an example. Let's say I'm fat, I'm obese, that type of thing, and I'm not so confident in my body. When I see another person that is like me, posting and being confident in their own skin, it gives me like this sense of acceptance and confidence that, oh my god, this person has the same body type as me and she's very confident. It makes me feel like appreciated. It makes me feel more of a human being because mostly the fat people they get body shamed. Like they are not really confident in their body because they experience it everywhere. People be like, ah, you're too fat or all these things, and it really diminishes their self confidence.
I think one of the major reasons is maybe peers, the group of people you mingle with. You understand? So maybe, for example, you have friends that you believe they are looking good and all that, and you just start feeling inferiority complex and all that. So I think those are the reasons, major reason why a lot of people have problem with themselves. You just have to be confident no matter how you look like. When you embrace yourself, embrace your personality, nobody can influence you. Just be confident and you are good to go.
My best knowledge, I think body positivity should be placed like in a way and manner whereby individual appreciates how he or she is being created by a god or his god. It starts from the society, friends, and sometimes family members, and as well parents who have their own maybe share in the family. I think some people nowadays have they are not proud of how they are being created, and some people envy other people with the way God created them. Okay, let me use women as an example. If you go to the gym now every day, you find out that majority of gym attendants are girls. Why are they going for gym? They want to build up some certain parts of their body, whereby for me it has no benefits. I don't know, but some people do. So you see, body positivity comes with a lot of challenges actually. Like when okay now, for instance, I don't look my age, but I'm young. So some people feel like no, I'm at I'm 28, I'm 29, I have small body and I don't like it. What's going on? They begin to blame themselves, and at a point they will get to the point that they will start blaming God for not giving them this particular thing, and they don't look at things like that. So if somebody should start conceiving that kind of thought and imagination in his head, before you know it, he will say it to one or two persons that will pick it up, say it outside, and before you know it, people start getting to him or her over it. For me, I have no choice than to thank God for the way I'm being created, and as well as other people who don't feel like they are meant to belong to a particular group. You have no choice. There's a reason and a purpose why God created you like that. So why put it on yourself that you are not well being created and you want to do something that will later end your life maybe?
Body positivity, first of all, is the act of having confidence in yourself, the way you look, the way your appearance, like anything about yourself, your body shape, your color, or anything. That's body positivity. Having confidence in yourself that this is the way you are created and accepting it for what it is. So sometimes, you know that there is a saying that some people will actually say, you are dark, you are fair. People that are fair are not fine. People that are dark are not fine. I don't know if you understand. So sometimes when you throw those words at people, it tends to affect them without you knowing. And something is applied to the body shape. Sometimes when you see a slim girl, just the way I'm slim, some people will start saying, you are slim, it doesn't fit you, you are this one, you are this one. Don't you see your fellow? It is not nice. That's why where body positivity comes in. You need to be confident in yourself. This is the way you are created. This is the way that person is created. And sometimes it affects mainly our young girls. Sometimes they tend to do what they don't want to do. They go into doing things because they have seen maybe the celebrity lifestyle or any other thing that sometimes that's their hand. They're not even supposed to be there. But due to peer pressure, due to influence, due to so many things, they tend to go in that way that they're not supposed to go. Sometimes you see maybe what they call BBL, because they want to have a curvy body, leaving the one that was the way that God created them. Now they tend to do it, not knowing that it has so many side effects. So I think everyone should be confident in the way that they are created, be it color, body shape, and every other thing.
From what I understand, positivity is just like what people see concerning themselves, how people see themselves when you look in the mirror, how you see yourself, how proud you are of yourself. Body positivity is very essential in everybody's day-to-day life. As a person, I feel you should not let someone's opinion define you. you should be the starting point of what you present, who you are in society. That you're a plus sized or you're too thin does not mean you should feel less of yourself. It's actually a good thing. I mean, what is a poison to another man can be a food for another man. So you see, body positivity is something that every human being should look into. Don't feel less of yourself. It's good to appreciate your outlook. Don't make people define you. Don't let people's perceptions of you be your reality. Judging from past experiences of people, they begin to feel less of themselves. And also interpersonal relationships. A friend who is a plus size, sorry that I keep bringing up this case of plus size, just that I've experienced real life scenarios. But when you see someone that is plus size and is in a social gathering of people that are, maybe looking a less better or more better, they begin to throw certain comments at the person that is plus size, and the person that is plus size begins to forget that at the end of the day we are all humans and we are created in the image of God. Everybody is one, whether you're fat, you're thin, you're tall, you're short, we're all the same thing.
About body positivity, I would say that our people are not so concerned about our body positivity. One, because of a level of poverty or the poverty in the society. So their interest is in how to feed themselves and then be healthy, without knowing that body positivity is part of healthiness. Then secondly, the people that are aware about body positivity are now so concerned about their curves, their physique. So they don't check other effects. They engage in exercises, and that exercises are concentrated on particular body parts, which is not a good idea. Good exercise is a good thing. It helps the body to be completely healthy. But concentrating on the shapes and the physique of the body is the problem here. So our body positivity should be made known to the people in the right direction. Like I mentioned earlier, poverty is one thing. This person is tall, that does not mean he cannot take care of himself or herself and then the body, his or her body. But he will be interested in looking for money, getting food to eat, and when he sees food, he doesn't care about the type of food he eats. So food is another factor. Then again, time of our consumption of food. We eat food at often. We don't check. There are certain foods that has some time for it. Like when you want to eat food at odd hours, like in the middle of the night, it's not proper because of digestion. So we need to be guided in the way we eat, taking our food, and then the type of food we eat that will suit our health. Social media has a lot to do. One, we copy the Western world, so many ways. And then in this course of copying the Western world, we don't follow their routine of body positivity. They do a lot of things to check their body, but we don't do. For instance, our people go far as engraving tattoos on our bodies, and most often we don't know the effect of tattoo to the body. Then because they want to look at like the white, especially the celebrities, a commoner on the street will wear tattoo and without asking questions. Then again, they have gone as far as opening their nose, their ears, and wearing earrings. All these things brings a negative impact. Some positive anyway. Then the wearing of bangles and the rest of them, and the ankle and the rest of them. People have definition for all these things. But some people, without knowing the definition, because it is on the social media, they go about wearing it, not checking what it has, the positive impact on their body.
I don't think that people should not be happy the way they do, because we are not the one that make ourselves. We are not our maker. You know, there is already someone who made us in his own likeness and image. I know that everything God does is always perfect. You get? So I don't believe or see any reason why I should not be happy the way God created me. As I am now, and I'm very, very happy and confident. I like the way I look. and this is not supposed to be affecting me in any area. So whatever I do, I want to do, I do it proud because I love the way I am. You get? So I believe the same way other people should see themselves bold enough and also have confidence in themselves to come and do whatever thing they want to do, not minding their look, because we are not the makeup. It's inferiority complex when you are not again contented with what you have. High growth tonic will cause it when you are not confident in yourself. So when you are not contented with what you have, greedy, it will trigger you to do many things. Some go out there to go and do surgery, some go and there because I'm dark in complexion and I feel like that girl or that lady is getting more favor because of maybe because she is fair. Then I'll go out there and go and change my look. No, every of our destiny, grace attached to it. So I don't see any reason why we should be envy or greedy or be looking at anybody. Oh, this person have this, I have not done that. No, allow your own grace to shine for you, because there is grace attached to that person. It's not because that person is fair. It's not because that person is tall. It's not because that person is fat or slim. It's not it. It is the person's grace working, God's giving grace. So your own, find it, nurture it, and allow it to work for you.
I feel like on body positivity, there's a lot of misinformation about it, because I care about my health. Like where I stay, I try to jog in the morning, so sometimes like if I can't jog in the morning, I'll jog at night or in the evening, just trying to be healthy. Some people be like, okay, body positivity, either in men or women, that like being obese, being overweight. I don't really want to say like it's good, because being obese, being overweight is like detrimental to your health. You can say like, I feel okay as I am, being obese, you're like 250 something plus pounds, 300 plus pounds. I feel like that's too much, because at that point you're stressing yourself, you're stressing your body. Because if you really care about your body and you're positive about your body, you will take care of your body to the point where like your daily easy activities are not like stressed, are not, stressed out. So I feel like body positivity in men and women should just be like you feeling good about yourself, taking care of yourself. And I don't know, most times don't just listen to everything everyone says. People have different opinions about it. At the end of the day, it's what you tell yourself and what is good for yourself that actually matters. So
it is interesting to hear what people have to say about this. In fact, research has consistently shown that the media contributes to body dissatisfaction. It is not just exposure to ideal body images that pose a danger. It is the development of beliefs that beauty, success, and self-esteem are determined by thinness. Body positivity hopes to address these issues by helping people recognize the influences contributing to poor body image. The hope is that people will then be able to adjust their body expectations and feel more positive and accepting of their own bodies. Such acceptance may then help combat the toll that poor body image has on their health. Well, that's the much we can take on the program. Remember to be confident and love yourself always, because you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Thanks for staying with us. I remain Uchenna Chimdi Oluoha. Till next time, goodbye.